I'm Emilio Torres, and we are here at the ESCRS 2019 in Paris. And we have the honor to have here Professor Farhad Hafezi, Medical Director of ELZA Institute in Zurique, Switzerland. He's bringing a new concept into ophthalmology, which is bringing the cross-linking technology to the slit lamp. So that would be my first question to you, and thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for the invitation to speak. Basically, we are trying to do a paradigm shift. By moving cross-linking from the operating theater to the slit lamp, we face two different scenarios. On one hand, we have doctors in the developed world that would simply move cross-linking out of an infrastructure that is very expensive into an infrastructure that is less expensive, so the whole cost for the procedure would be driven down. In other regions of the world where operating theaters are not readily accessible, we make cross-linking accessible to doctors who otherwise would not even be able to cross-link. So these are two different concepts.
Great, and because it is in the slit lamp, do you think time would be an issue? So the patient would leave to stay with their face at the slit lamp would be an issue at this point?
Absolutely. When we started developing the whole technique almost 8 years ago, we were realizing very quickly that the Dresden protocol, half an hour, would never work at the slit lamp. So we needed to accelerate. If we look at published data today, for the two indications where cross-linking makes sense, which is ectasia and infection, we are at 4 minutes with accelerated puck cross-linking for infection, so 240 seconds at the slit lamp. That is very feasible. And then the most widely recognized epi of keratoconus procedure is at 10 minutes. So if you believe that you have a young adult who can do 10 minutes, 600 seconds at the slit lamp, then you can use it right away. I wouldn't, of course, do a Dresden protocol at the slit lamp. This would be way too long.
Great. And a last question would be about safety, because for the first time we would have the opportunity to bring the cross-linking outside from the operating room. So what do you think about safety in those treatments?
We have thought a lot about safety, and we have also published on safety. First concern could be riboflavin. So many doctors ask us, what happens to the riboflavin if you are in the upright position, because it will go down with gravity. We published on this 2 years ago and could show that for the first 60 minutes, the riboflavin gradient stays the same. So you have no hurry in performing a cross-linking procedure. You will not have a difference due to gravitation. The second concern would be, what if my cornea gets infected afterwards? And here, please remember that cross-linking, every cross-linking procedure, doesn't only do stiffening, it does 4 things. Stiffening, it increases the resistance against digestion, it kills via free radicals, and it stops DNA replication in every cross-linking procedure. So if I do a cross-linking for keratoconus, I have a stiffening effect. At the same time, this cornea is sterile at the end of the procedure, not only for puck cross-linking. So there is no reason for me not to do a keratoconus procedure outside the operating theater, because my cornea will be sterile in the end. And on another note, if you and we are in our normal consultation and an emergency comes through the door saying, "Doctor, my little girl scratched my cornea and I have a big erosion," do we go to an operating theater to treat the patient? No, we look at him at the slit lamp and give antibiotics. So there is no real reason, in my eyes, to stay in the OR.
Great, thank you very much for sharing your expertise. It was a great honor to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.